Welcome in. This is Katz here at Owl's Den. There is a tournament going on in 10 days here, the Fly Green Flex. Here to practice, here to show you the course. 10 days away from the tournament. Hopefully they don't change the course. I brought a bunch of discs with me today to try out. You know, the Jake Wolf style. Go watch Bonanza play with Jake Wolf and you'll know what I mean. But here I am, back of the car, trying to figure out what to do. I have a secondary objective today. I've got way too many discs. I did the Jake Wolf today and brought as many drivers as I could possibly bring, trying to figure out which ones I need to use here, which ones shape differently. I've been throwing more forehand and less backhand. Well, my backhand is good for mid-ranges, so I brought a bunch of 5-speeds, Echo, Mana, Uplink, and you'll know this one from Arizona trip. I just picked this one up at Spinners on the Green last week. This was the Atlas that was warped. Brought it back and heated it up with some hot water. I think I got it back to the normal shape. It is a Champion Atlas. They still make these in XT, which is that chalky type, but not a clear Champion Atlas. Which ones can I weed out? Down to 18 discs plus this, so I mean 20 or so. This fits 4. This has always been my putter pouch and my approach disc pouch. But let's get back to the action. Here's Greg on hole 1. Now back on hole 1. I've thrown a few. Didn't go so well. Let's try this Faro. Ooh. I like it. All right, we're in for a good round here. I'll try to zoom in on these holes as much as I can to show you where they're at. Hole 1 is 276 feet. And we got these nice signs down here, so we'll be showing those as we play as well. The first one that I threw was this Ronin. Good lip. Well, discs drop a lot faster still in Denver. Just got done playing Fountain Hills with my buddy, Steve. Go watch that. Arizona's fun. I'll be playing there later this year. But for now, I'm back in Denver. Hole 2 is in the blue position, 344 feet. Straight. Which lane do you choose? Let's go this way. Hey! It helps if you look. There's a basket, 344 feet. Picked this one up, the Bonanza Pacific Northwest swing, and I'd put a red and orange dye on it. Get something up. Swinging back. Go straight. One I was told to try, the interval. This is very nice, domey. It was a white on silver, so I had to put a dye in it. It's perfect. I'm told these are similar to a Destroyer, a little straighter. Okay. I like the Faro so far out of all those. It went straighter, further. We'll go see where this went. This is the 344-foot hole. This Faro went about 320 feet. And that just leaves me with a precarious, do you go up and around? Just try to punch through. Just try to punch through with a zone. Oh, a little tree branch. Yeah, buddy. Guy behind me doing a practice round, throwing multiples. Two different discs, same result. Not luck. Marvel and a judge. Hole 3, 215 feet. I got these little reflectors on the pole to tell you if it's in the red or blue position. And let's see if I can zoom in over there. It's just behind this log. Hamas zone. Nice standstill. Stocky bottom slammer. If you're in standstill, my run up has been messing me up way too much, and I know I can throw standstill this far. A little too much to the right for the zone. Wouldn't hook as much as a slammer. Still hooks. All right, in years past, they've marked this ditch as OB, but as far as I can see, this is not OB anymore. My zone landed right over here. And the slammer was just behind it. Over here. Oh. If it is OB, well, then I've got to play out to the right. A little more. Hole 4, 303 feet. It is straight ahead. See if I can zoom. Right behind the small tree. I've also been messing with the one finger, like Andrew Marweed and Gavin Babcock. I used to throw one finger back in the day. Come out of it late. Okay, I need something a little more stable. Interval. A little faster, a little more stable. There we go. That'll do. That's my play. I should have gone a little bit further. Quite pinched off here. But going down on the knee and straddling. There we go. Not a fluke. Play that for the tournament, get a birdie. Hole 5, 374 feet. Got some kids playing ahead of me, but you're right by the basket. How do you get through here? We've got a tree branch blocking up top. We've got more trees and shrubbery straight ahead. Got a strive, little that farrow as well. I mean, there is this gap almost right away. But then I'm gonna have to flirt with the trees on the left and just hope that I skip up to where I can see the basket. There's really not much of a high play. I mean, those going backhand, I'm sure would go way out right. I've seen that. Yep, just like that. Right out in the middle. Farrow's very nice. I don't know if I've thrown this hole any better. To get all the way through that gap and slide up to here. I don't know if I could do any better. All right, upshot with Berg. That's a ways to go. But getting a par here might be getting a stroke on other folks that can't get through here and get bogey. Whichever way you play this, make sure you get through that gap first. And then if you give yourself a chance for birdie, sweet. Make sure you get the par. On to the next one. Hole 6, 265 feet. We are in the red today. This is the first time I've seen it in the short position. Played her 2 months ago in April. It was well behind the trees to the left. Now we're right here. I could do that. I've hit in that tree before. This is a beast. And that's still almost equal to the basket. Am I just weak this morning? Synapse. Skip. Okay. I'm just weak this morning. Maybe I'm throwing too much. Who knows? Basket, 265 feet straight ahead. You should be able to get a birdie here. Just had a group of 6 guys pass me up. I am playing slow. I also threw 5 discs that I couldn't quite find right away. Must make birdies, especially during the tournament. Hole 7, 227 feet. This is one of my intended backhand holes because the trees on the left block any sort of forehand. Let's look at Anheuser Flex. Just smooth a Mana or a Detour over there on a hyzer. Nothing too crazy. Detour, backhand, lay something out there. Hit the tree. The ones that I brought that are similar, a Proton Echo and a Neutron Mana. Yep, that's a good one. That's the Mana. Oh, it hit the branch right above the basket. Just go right for it with the 5-speed. This place is already busy. I've got another group behind me. Here's where the Mana landed, and here's where the Echo landed. Of these, to throw these more. Hole 8, in the short position, 283. Right there behind the logs. Let's try a beast. Let's put to the right. Interval skipped across the sidewalk. Oh. But the beast is a new champion beast. right off the back. Cool. There we go. But even though it's a lightweight disc, this thing flies very nicely. I can control it. I don't have a 70 mile an hour arm speed. I have a 50 mile an hour arm speed. Hole 9, 241 feet. But you gotta navigate the trees. I like to go forehand through the gap on the left, hook it in around the backside. You might notice the video's a little different and I'm able to zoom a lot farther. Today, I'm using the Sony camcorder on my tripod. I was using my action cam. I've thrown enough of the Synapse. I've not thrown enough of this Prince to know if it's similar to this Boss or not. Because I don't need both in my bag. I know the Pharaoh and Strive are similar. Those are also understable and act a little differently. So here's Boss, 240 feet, about 50% power. That skipped right behind the chains. Ooh, that was cool. And a Prince. This is a new Medio Prince, and I put a nice die on this one so you can see it fly. I threw it right into the ground. That is not good. That Boss. Whew, let's go see where that one landed. I had to have skipped right behind this. Right through here, I think. I'm sitting right behind. Oh, so close. I can get a birdie here. I know I can. These are all doable forehand birdies. Let's spend hole 9, and we're going to continue on with the back 9. Normally, we'd be able to see the mountains over here. But there's a storm coming, and I'm starting the back 9. I know it's not supposed to storm for like another 2 hours, but that's dark. Here I am at hole 10. This is why a lot of people have come here, why I've been getting passed by a lot of groups, why it's so busy. They added a back 9 to this course, and it is crazy. This one is 631 feet. Par 4. First par 4 for the course. Whole front 9, all par 3s. You can't even see this one. This one, I'm pretty much aiming for the black electrical poles in the middle there. There's a path to the right that is OB, and then there's a swamp to the left here that is also OB. Grabbed a Pharaoh. You know, the one's been going nice for me, nice and straight. Slipped. It's gonna go straight though. That's gonna be really nice. Let's go see where that one went. The Pharaoh got a decent ways here. You can't even see the basket though, unfortunately. Oh, maybe. It is through the woods. You can see it right there. But you gotta go around. This is a crazy cool par 4. I have no backhand. I like my forehands too much. This is what we're out here to practice, right? Understable discs on forehand that just keep drifting left. A sphinx or an orbital. Too much arm speed. Fine. Backhand, which I barely can do. All right, that was the orbital, and it's still hyzered. All right, I heard about this. This is a hazard for the tournament. It should be a hazard for the tournament. It's a sand trap right before you get to the basket for hole 10. I cleared it here somehow. But are we gonna mark it off for the tournament? Probably not. Are we gonna play it as a stroke penalty if you landed in there? That's gonna be up to the TD. I do not know. If it's not marked on the scorecard, don't worry about it. Otherwise, watch out for it. So I do have to throw backhand in order to get up this far after that tee shot. Yep. Just shy. But that's a par. On a par 4, that's pretty tough. Up to hole 11, and the marker is wrong. It shows blue here, but it's actually in the red position because I've played the long ones a lot. I've played them twice. This one is just up here to the right. That is in the short position. 259 feet. I know the farther one was well back in the trees in the clearing, so you'll see that. This is the normal location that was at 475 feet. As you can see the basket right there. We were teeing off from back here. 3 discs that do the same for me. The Boss, the Synapse, and the Prince. And since it is cloudy, I just took my glasses off. Sunglasses, who needs them? So, big forehand to this big left gap, have it hook back. Let's stick with the Boss. But also compare the other two afterwards. Right past it, anti-skip. Up in circle 1. That barely missed the tree. Barely. Same spot, barely missed the tree. Almost the same result. Oh, those are good results. And the Prince. A lot higher. That went right behind that tree, right by the basket. These are all within 20 feet of each other, which are all within 20 feet of the basket. I'll take that as consistency for my forehands getting better. Because that was the Boss. There's the Synapse. Second throw. And the Prince. The Prince is in bullseye. Colorado flip. They are very similar discs, and I don't need both, but they are both very nice. The Synapse, however, is board flat, acts the same, but it flies very differently in the wind, so, choices. Hole 12, 520 feet or 720 feet. What par 4 would you rather throw? Because it's in the 720 foot right now. I don't even know where that's at. I can't even zoom that far. Somewhere out there, through those woods, is a basket. And it's gonna be a faro throw. I do like it being board flat. I like that disc a lot. As I walk up to it, I can now see the basket barely through the trees here. Sierra. What? I'm gonna break out the Grace. She's been my trusty straight thrower for a long time. I'm just gonna do a standstill. There's a gap. I have a feeling I'm not gonna get through there if I do a run up. Sit. I can still barely see the basket. So as you can see, there is this path on the right. I hope they have this blocked off during the tournament, otherwise this could be in bounds for all I know. Tournament wise, in 10 days, we'll have to find out what's OB, what's not OB. Because right now there's nothing marked. And we are going off of the course and what's marked in the course. Every other course we played, Farringer Ranch, Center Hills, they've all had flags. Are there gonna be flags here? Who knows? But we're playing this as my third shot. It's a hex. That's better. Here we are in a 700-foot hole for par. Too far. Here we are in a 700-foot hole for par. Just short. Oh, this is going to be a tougher hole for me, for sure. Figure out what I can do. So I just have to come back maybe on Thursday and play another practice round. Hole 13, 290 feet. This is a blind shot because we're going up and over this hill. There's a second hill, and it's over to the left here. I've played this once before, thinking it was to the right. It's to the left. So once again, I've grabbed a champion beast and a champion katana, both in the 150 class. Barely any wind today, should be nice. That gap. That got over the hump. That should be in a nice spot. I liked how it kept turning too. Katana. Yep, that one got higher. I heard a clunk. There are logs on the other side. But that beast. Let's go see where that landed. There's the basket. Right by that tree I was talking about. That beast is in the brush right here. Good layup. However, the katana, I heard it hit something. It must have hit the log. It's even closer than the beast was. Hole 14. This says it's in the B position, 387, but I know that's also needs to be changed because it is in the short position, 245. The long position would be up on this hill. There's no basket there. It's to the left here. Forehand is tough. It's a backhand righty, but I brought those 5 speeds today to test them out. So far, the Mana, the Echo, and the Detour are all in the same slot and don't need to be. So let's try the Mana, which did better last time. It's up equal with the basket to the right. Echo. On the hill right next to it. I think my middle finger got jammed in Arizona because of these backhands. These are ripping out a lot harder than I'm thinking they are. But this is the Aaron Gossage way, right? Just rip on a mid-range and see how far it goes. Yeah. The Echo got closer, a little more stable. So the Mana, still a great play. Tell it's a little more understable. It stayed straighter. The Echo did pretty good. But I suck at putting. Oh, it doesn't matter. Grabbing pars. You have to figure out how to grab the birdies. Hole 15, 270 feet. This is a doozy, quite the tunnel shot. Or we've got a gap up top for those that like to throw tomahawks or thumbers. So straight ahead. Yeah, I'm not making any of those gaps. Roller. If I knew how to lay down a roller in the woods here. But I think my play is thumber, up and over. I know tomahawk's another play as well, but I think the tomahawk goes up and then it goes left. I want this to go up and hook right. So that's what a thumber does, if you're ever wondering. Up and right. I think that line's pretty good. Give myself kind of a lane. Low ceiling though. Oh, good try. Good spot for a pin location. These guardian trees. I gotta get something far enough past them, or I'm only getting a par. Hole 16, 346 feet. Another tunnel shot. Yeah. Throw something straight on a line. Get it out to the middle. This is a par 3, I think. I don't think it's a par 4. It's a tough one though. It's par 3 either way. All right, so good forehand right through and get it up to the gap. I think I could do a run up if I wanted to and not hit one of these trees. In the middle. Let's try the strive. Yep. Just like that. Nice little flexor right through. So we still have a low ceiling, got to punch through. How do you get past this? Skip. So the pyro got a little ways up. This is a par 3 doozy. It's par 4. Either way, cool hole, different hole from what I've played. On to the next one. 2 more holes. Hole 17 here, in the longs, 448. This is the blind from this position. You can't even see it. Just down, straight, and then up this hill. And we'll see it when we get up there. But what can you clear through the woods? I'll just stick with the trusty Faro. Hopefully that guy gets through. Is that the line? So the basket is up and to the right on a hill. Here's where I landed. You're gonna have to have a super lucky shot to even make it out to attempt a birdie. I heard during the tournament though, this was one of the harder holes where hardly anyone even made par. I think par 3, most people got bogey on this hole. I can see why. Tough spot for me even. What do I do here? Nope. That's not Heiser Greg. That's what I suck at right now. Something on a Heiser up to that left gap. Just like that. Oh, just still short. Should be a par 4. That's a tough hole. But apparently it's a par 3. Because they want to torture us. That's quite the hole they built here. And there's a championship style course going in the back 9 further back here later this summer. Make this course even harder. Came from down there. Can't even see the tee pad. And they still call it a par 3. And finally, hole 18, 333 or 420. I don't know if this is in the 420 location because that is straight ahead. It's supposed to be in these trees. Nothing over there. It is to the left though. Over there. So these signs are not correct with what the pin location's at. Tends to lead me to believe they're changing it up. One of the guys that just passed me even told me that the Parks and Rec crew are out here changing the location on the front 9 to something else. Hopefully they don't change too many things, but I will have to come back out here in a few more days to see what they did change. 2 throws, 2 deads, 2 duds. Faro, middle tree. Strive, right tree. Grace. Grace is just fine. Grace is one more. And I'll call it quits. Sphinx. That was a fun throw. Figured I'd line up the last shot between the trees here. Oh, how'd I miss inside? I realized I didn't make a after round video about what I did with the bag, and I'm making an executive decision to not go with that Latitude bag, not go with the Rovic in particular. I'm actually swapping over to my Zuka cart. The back half of that course is all sand. And I was struggling pushing that Rovic. It doesn't matter what kind of weight. The front wheel just digs down into the sand and I'll end up like going sideways or whatnot. The Rovic, however, I pulled behind me. It's a lot easier. I can put this action cam on it and then, yeah, call that good. But I'm going to go back in about 3 more days, maybe, and play that course again to see what the changes are they made. But meantime, here is what I'm doing. I'm swapping over to a Pixel because I've been putting with a Marvel beadless, and I'm like, I had been putting with Judges for a long time. I like the bead, but the bead, I don't know, the Marvel's just going in. So we're doing that. And I got a Pixel, and it's got just a micro bead. Good enough for me. Got a Berg and a Zone OS. Approach discs. Like I said, I am swapping to the Zuka. Got sunscreen and my rangefinder. Got a pitch. I set up for the Glitch World Championships. They are holding one here in Denver later in June. Got a Zone, a Quake. Put in a Flexi C-Line MD5 because I need some Discmania in my bag and a little more beef for my mid-range. Mana, Echo, Vodum, Drift, Sphinx, Roman. Another new addition is a C-Line Flex FD3. A little more beef, but some, you need that. A Raptor, just a regular Raptor, not a Captain's. Needed something a little more flippy. I have a sail, a new Katrina Allen Tour Series sail. The Blizzard Beast. Another Discmania, a DD1. I needed something a little heavier that'll flip, and I can use this on forehand. Got the lightweight turn, I can use it on backhand. A Grace, a forged interval, a Synapse, board flat, love it. This is shaped that one through the woods. Faro, also board flat. A 150 gram katana, Blizzard katana, and a Halo Boss. Had to. This thing is also fun on forehand. All these high-speed discs are forehand from, like the 7-speed to 9-speed on up. Like these are my last backhands that I'm actually decent to be able to throw. Everything else is all forehand for me. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I will ready to get back over to Cats over at Owl's Den now. But I want to thank you for watching. It's been Cats here at Owl's Den, practicing for the Fly Green Flex. Unfortunately, I was just told that they are changing the locations for the front 9 and back 9 here. The park and rec department are out here right now after I've already played through here. So I'm glad I got out here to at least practice something. I'll come back in a few days and I'll still post this one because you still need to see. There's a lot of changes to this course if you've never played here before. There used to be just a front 9 here. Now there's a back 9. And now there's another back 9 coming in. But we'll catch you in the next one. And again, I'll post another one if the changes are dramatic at this course. Okay, I just walked up to all the holes here that I thought they might have changed. They changed the baskets, but not the locations. So they put all in these blue and red dynamic disc baskets everywhere. From the yellow ones, those yellow ones are going to go on the back 9 that I just mentioned. That's not in yet to play, but they're here. So yes. All I did was change out the baskets from the yellow ones to these red and blue ones. So these that I just filmed, it's still good.